So, my lucky number is 3 today. The first case I worked after joining the FBI had 3 victims.
Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Deadly Premonition. Last time we began our investigation, we met a couple people of interest, Quint Dunn and Sally Graham, Anna's mother. We suspect that Quint might be Delivery Man Q, as named in Anna's diary, but we have no proof of this. However, Anna's diary did mention a friend of hers named Becky, and we found out by talking to Quint that Becky is his girlfriend. Quite a coincidence. So, as we continue the investigation, we've come to Becky's house to question her. And it seems that Becky lives in a larger, much nicer house than most of the people in Greenvale, so it seems that she has money, which means that she won't mind us stealing from her.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, call me York. That's what everyone calls me.
FBI? The police? I've got nothing to say to you. Please, go away.
It's always hard to think of a subject to talk about when you meet someone new. But wouldn't Anna's death be a common subject we can talk about?
I don't want to talk about it. No matter how many times you try, okay? Just leave me alone. Go away.
Is there some reason you want to be alone?
Anna, my best friend was just killed. How would you feel?
I see. You and Anna were really close. I'm sorry. But I'm just doing my job. If you think of anything you want to talk about, contact me, okay?
That'll never happen. I don't really like the police. No.
Well, that's just not acceptable.
No.
I think we need to question her again.
No, God.
Mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
I've got nothing to say.
Maybe this will change your mind.
And that's?
Anna's diary. Let me read you a part that I find very interesting. Dear Diary, today's the day of the ceremony, and I'm a little nervous about it. Any idea what this ceremony is?
No idea.
Okay. What about these, then? He doesn't let anything slip. I'm really worried about Becky. Delivery Man Q won't be able to protect Becky. Your name twice. An unnamed he, and then this Delivery Man Q. You don't want to talk? Or are you too scared to talk?
Stupid cops. Just leave me alone.
Zach, this is a problem. How can we get her to open up? Maybe we should start with the easy one and look into Delivery Man Q.
It's time for another side quest. As Becky seems to know more than she's letting on, but she's not talking. So, we're going to be sneaking into the house of Quint to see if we can find any sort of evidence that might point to him being Delivery Man Q, or something at all that can make Becky or Quint talk to us, since that seems to be the only lead that we have for right now. Money. The thing is, though, we can't just break into Quint's house. In order to enter someone's house in Greenvale, they need to already be inside. Remember, we don't actually have a warrant for any of this, so we can't break in. Thing is, Quint is probably not at home right now. Let's have a look. Remember, the map can tell us if someone is at home. There is Quint's house right there, and there's no one there. This is probably because Quint is probably still at Anna's house with Sally. If we go down the map, we'll see if that is the case. It's right there. Yes, Anna's house has Sally Graham and Quint Dunn there, so we have to wait until Quint goes back to his home in order to try to enter it and see if we can find any kind of evidence. So if that's the case, let's try to figure out what to do in the meantime. We saw the milk barn on the map right there. That's not too far away, and it's probably going to be a pretty major location, since Polly told us that's where people in Greenville buy groceries, so we're probably going to be going there a few times to buy groceries and supplies. And we might also get the chance to meet some people there. So let's head on over and investigate the milk barn. I wonder what George and the rest of the cops are doing right now. Wonder if they're just sitting around waiting for us to come by. Well, at least we're doing something productive.
One jewel in the rough springs to mind. Deadly Spawn. Do you remember that one, Zach? Back in '83, directed by Douglas McCann. Right, it was filmed pretty cheap, but still it was pretty good. The monster design with the mouth crammed full of teeth, I loved it. So many delicious B-movie cliches. Did you know that they made a sequel? But I never got to see the sequel. The rental store didn't have it for some reason. They said the staff for the sequel was totally different from the original. Wonder how the sequel turned out. You know, the monster in that one responded to sound. Wait, Zach. Sounds a lot like the movie Tremors. I think that one was back in '89. Zach, that one had...
While York reminisces about Kevin Bacon, perhaps we should work out how the car works. You can see the speedometer down there. Our top speed is 55 miles per hour, but that won't be the case forever. We'll be able to upgrade the car, we'll also be able to get new cars, so we will be able to go faster than this. Also, there's two numbers on the lower right-hand corner. One of them is gas, the other one is how much damage our car has taken. If one of them reaches 0, then we can't use the car anymore, so we do want to replenish those things at the gas station when we pass by, whenever we have the opportunity to. Here's the milk barn. Let's see what we can see. Two suspects. Let's have a chat.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please call me York. It's what everyone calls me.
York? Sounds like a last name.
I'm Richard Dunn. I own one of the bars here. It's called Sweary 65. How'd you like the town?
Oh, it's great. Aside from the murder that happened here.
Yep. I mean, murder just doesn't fit with a small town like ours.
Well, Richard, I'll have to correct you on that. Crimes don't care about size. Big town, small town, just isn't a factor.
I guess you're right.
So, how did you know Anna?
I've known her since she was a child. She was the same age as my son. You know, she always stood out, being pretty and all, just like her mother, Sally.
You seem to know a lot. How long have you been in love with her?
Hey, don't go there. That scar of yours tells me you got your hands full too, right? Let's not dive into personal matters. It'll be better for you and me.
You're right, Richard. Collecting gossip won't help with the matter at hand.
Agent York does like to make assumptions.
Hey!
You can talk to people multiple times in the game, and they'll have different things to say depending on where you are and how many times you've talked to them, and which chapter in the game it is. When it is not an introduction cutscene or a plot-related cutscene, though, there won't be speech, it'll just be text. Because text is cheap, I guess. Richard said his last name was Dunn. Quint's last name is Dunn, and Richard did say that he has a son that's Anna's age. Being that Quint was friends with Anna, I think we can assume that Richard is Quint's father. Let's have a chat with the cashier, see what he has to say about this, he's an interesting looking fellow, isn't he?
So, you're the talk of the town.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please call me York. That's what everyone always calls me.
The name's Keith. A pleasure meeting you, York. Sure is a big scar. It's bigger than I thought it would be.
So, Keith, I have a couple of questions about the incident.
Huh? Sure, fire away, man.
Did you know Anna, Graham?
Yeah, of course, man. Poor little Anna. She was such a nice girl. I mean, what kind of sicko would do that to her?
Well, I'm here to catch that sicko. Listen, even the smallest piece of information might be useful to me. If there's anything you noticed or want to let me know, contact me.
Okay, will do, bro. You got my cooperation, FBI.
Another thing, I'll be frequenting your store during my stay here, so I'll see you around.
Sure thing, bro. We got what you need, so drop in anytime.
Well, it doesn't seem like Keith really knew a whole lot, but at least he seems friendly. And he does have a trading card on his counter, just waiting for us to take. Grekach. This is something that is going to come in very useful. Not the card, the guitar. We'll be seeing that when we get to it.
Hey, bro.
So as I said, you can stop by the milk barn to buy supplies, to buy food. They have a variety of things, though much like with Polly, they start out not having too much. And as the game goes on, they will get more in their stores. So, you want to stop by every so often to see if they've gotten anything new, as well as for other reasons as well that we'll see. Yeah, right now, they don't really have anything that's of use to us. Nothing we really need to buy. We bought everything that we needed for the time being from Polly. But they will have things that Polly will not have, eventually. But let's just take a look around, see what they have on the shelves. Looks like they've got sparkling, which was what was supposed to be in that vending machine at the hotel. And they've got Giemc, Fruit Oats, the popular cereal. Toothpaste. They've got Cress, they've got Colgala. And what's this? They've got Maxwell House. That's an actual brand name. And Trix? That is too. What's going on? I demand comically misspelled brand names. Oh, hold on a second. Yes, they've got West Cafe. They've got Basabada, whatever that is. They've got backwards box cover. Oh, they've got Cheerios in the big box. As well as Soup Up Coffee Mix. Golden Food. I don't know what that is. Looks like they also carry Cocoa Gum, which apparently is a drink from that poster. In the produce section, let's see what they have. Sure. Alright. What's that they have there? That is Blessing of the Sun, something to do with cherries, as well as truly massive boxes of Trix on the bottom shelf. Looks like they also sell various brands of delicious cookie. Oh, business gifts. These pieces of bread certainly have a lot to do with business. Looks like they've also got healthy vitamins, characteristic bubble rise. Some kind of, something. So that's the Milk Barn. That's what they have to offer, and we'll be coming back here a few times during the game. That's not the last time we'll see Keith. So, where else can we go while we're waiting for Quint? Well, Polly did mention, and